And that brings us to our top quarterbacks in the NFL through this week. It's my top 5 quarterbacks in the league. Not the greatest of all time, not the way I think it's going to be at the end of this season, not what they've built up through their career so far, but the way they've played this year. These are your top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. At number 1, it's Lamar Jackson. Right now, Lamar Jackson is your MVP. He is the riddle. He is the puzzle that nobody can solve in the NFL. I'm going to talk to Dan Graziano, ESPN NFL Insider, coming up a little bit later here on the Stephen A. Smith Show about how much debate there was inside of the Ravens organization about how great Lamar Jackson could be. But right now, there's no doubts. He's number 1 when it comes to your 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL. At number 2, it's the only man ever mentioned right now in the MVP debate with Lamar Jackson. It is Russell Wilson of the Seattle Seahawks. He is the 2nd best quarterback in the league so far. At number 3, it's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. It's Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott should be in the MVP conversation. Every analytic, every statistical measurement, everybody's eyeball test at this point is all converging along with a guy who simply won more games than anybody but Tom Brady since he entered the league. And you can see that this guy, Dak Prescott, not only should be in the MVP conversation, but there's not a number where the Dallas Cowboys should walk away. $35 million? Write the check, Jerry. $37 million? Write the check, Jerry. $40 million? Write the check, Jerry. Dak Prescott is number 3 in your weekly quarterback rankings this season. At number 4, it's a quarterback who had a down week. In fact, one of his worst games since he turned pro. Still, he's your reigning MVP, and he is simply greatness. It is Patrick Mahomes. But I wanted to focus on the debut of another quarterback in Will's weekly quarterback depth chart. This is going to be the first time his name has made its way into the top 5. But with Deshaun Watson's poor performance against the Baltimore Ravens, Deshaun Watson has fallen out. And that allows Kirk Cousins to make his way in. Cousins, who has earned every doubt you have about him. Cousins, who has earned skepticism on what he will do when the pressure steps up. When the playoffs start, right now, simply performing. I just want to share with you a few numbers. Right now, Kirk Cousins' completion percentage, 70%. Kirk Cousins' quarterback rating, 115. Kirk Cousins' touchdown to interception ratio, 21 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. How about his yards per attempt? Is he throwing the ball downfield? We know he's connecting on 70% of his passes, but is he even trying to get it downfield, or is he dinking and dunking? His average yards per attempt, 9.5. Every single one of these metrics, every single one of these stats are among the top in the league. And in my personal favorite statistic, expected completion percentage. This measures in what an average quarterback would do in your position, how much separation the wide receiver has, how complicated the throw is, how difficult is it what you're doing. How is your expected completion percentage? And Kirk Cousins, of the guys who've been starting this entire season, is number 1 at 7.2% above what would be expected for him. The only quarterback with a higher expected completion percentage than Kirk Cousins is Ryan Tannehill, and he's only played 4 games. These are jaw-dropping numbers for the Minnesota Vikings quarterback. The dude, right now, is putting away doubts. Now, he still got to do it in the playoffs. He still has to do it when it matters. He still has to do it when the pressure's on. But right now, that has earned Kirk Cousins a place in the top 5 of Will's weekly quarterback depth chart.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.